Master Z, are you hearing me? The sound is
Yes,
okay?
Rinpoche.
Sound is okay?
Yes,
All right, wonderful.
perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay, good morning, everyone. Stopped raining. I hope you didn't have any flooding, but maybe I hope you did have flooding. Flooding of loving kindness and compassion for the benefit of all sentient beings. This is good flooding. And the rain that was falling is merely the blessings descending from the Tushir heavens or from Sandapori or the Dawachen. This is blessing falling upon the land. Again, the land needs the water. In the same way, we need the nourishment of loving kindness and compassion. So this morning, take a breath in, please. Breathing out, resting upon our seat. Take note of the blessing of the day. We awoke this morning and hoisted yourself out of your sleeping apparatuses, whatever they may be, and was able to walk about and groom yourself and have a breakfast perhaps. And maybe even you took a moment and looked outside and go, oh, it seems like a clear day, still a little smoky. But that smokiness just reminds me of all the difficulties and challenges and sufferings that so many people are enduring at this very moment. And not just here in this country, but around the world. Again, we know famine, war, upheaval, killing, riots, earthquakes, fires are said, flooding, and so forth. But not to become mired or sunken into all the negativity, because it is the nature of samsara. And there will always be something that we must contend with. Is again going back to Master Lee. She said, when it rains on all dogs. I was in California once in, I don't know, Anaheim, somewhere like that. And I saw a small poodle dressed in an iridescent little doggy bouffant and bubbles and ribbons and little fur coat and I thought about that statement. When it rains, it's going to rain on this little doggy. But the master would shield the dog before they shield themselves. So we don't think that, oh, why is this happening to me? Even I was thinking, I'm pondering this morning, last night, what little challenges that we have are nothing compared to those in the other realms of this samsaric existence. If you watch some of these nature shows, sometimes I have to turn away. It's so brutal. Either you will be eaten or you will do the eating. But it's not like you're partaking of some lifeless carcass as we do, and whatever we may eat, meat-based, plant-based, vegetables, etc. Can you imagine being swallowed up and eaten and torn apart alive? Well, we may not be able to imagine it, but how many times have we forgotten it? Either we were the perpetrator or we were the prey. So is not this morning precious that we awoke and we got up, and hopefully with a kind heart we can greet the day. Take a breath in, please. And as you rest upon your seats, today is the sojourn. Tomorrow, yesterday, will come today. To restore our faith, not blind faith, faith that has arisen from our investigation, and maybe a little twinge of mystery that we give ourselves over to. So we reestablish faith, we reestablish trust, we reestablish devotion, these vows, commitment, and our conviction in our chosen system of spiritual pursuit, belief. We restore and reaffirm our refuge vow, bodhisattva vow, Ginyan vow, and the tantric vows. So we have many, many vows, and we can summon them all into maybe just a few. Do not harm, as I was just reading this morning, His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, one of the purposes in life is to be of help and benefits to others. and help them if you can. But at least do not harm. So that first vow, to help when we can and do not harm. Not to steal and take what is not as given. Even stealing of an idea, stealing of someone's words, stealing physically. Then not to lie or steal, we say not to harm, not to lie, not to steal. Then not to engage in overindulgence and inappropriate usage of intoxicants or drugs. And then not to engage in inappropriate sexual activities that brings about harm to yourself or to others. So at least just those basic five. Again, we could boil down into maybe just one. To reestablish our vow to the intrinsic nature of our own basic goodness, and that we exude this basic goodness for the benefit of all sentient beings. The refuge vow we take upon our consciousness. I was listening to some teachings from many years ago. So to take the refuge with devotion upon our consciousness, and that consciousness is a continuity of that which is gone before, that which is existing now, and that which will continue when we have divested ourselves of this particular vehicle and have pursued another one, hopefully just as auspicious, if not more so. And then the Bodhisattva vow is like, I always think, the mark of Cain. But this is a good mark. We have the mark of the Bodhisattva that we have taken in this lifetime. But the only reason we were able to take it this lifetime is because we had taken it in our last lifetime. Having taken it in this lifetime lays the causality of the results that will occur in our future lives, and where we will take the Bodhisattva vow again, as we have done so perhaps maybe for millennium, for eons. Who is to know if we could remember? So we've established the two main key points: refuge and the arousal of bodhicitta, and the vow of bodhisattva to be a benefit to all sentient beings. Then Geshe Wangyal, one of my first teachers, again reading in his text, renunciation. I vow to renounce my attachment to samsara. I vow to arouse the quality of bodhicitta for the benefit of all sentient beings. And I vow to transcend my illusionary perspective and perceptions of samsara. Therefore, I must recognize the inherent or intrinsic emptiness of all. So just a few things to bring to mind as we start the practice. Again, I'll just double check. Lama, are you hearing me okay?
Yes, Rinpoche. Everything's good.
Okay, wonderful. Good. So, no matter what may be occurring at this moment, just let go, let be, in present moment wakefulness. I don't know if Lamala posted it or not, maybe, but sitting upon the rock and looking into the space and seeing the clouds over the top of the mountain, I looked and I thought, oh, the mist of the Shangri-La mountains and the Himalayan mountains and Wudang, the clouds and the mist hovering over the peaks. But as I looked at it, I said, look through the clouds and be aware of the sky, or that which we call the sky, that is the space. And the clouds form momentarily. They come and they go. the same way my thoughts formed before. But beyond those clouds, on the peak of those mountains, is wide open spacious sky. Recognize this quality that is ever present within my own mind. My thoughts merely obscure the pristine luminosity of the sky. Rest in sky-like awareness, the nature and the unity of the emptiness and the spontaneous presence or clarity. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look through the clouds. You know when you see those large, white, puffy clouds and there's a break in it, and you look through into an altered dimension reality and you see the blue. I always, even as a kid, as I told you, what is there? What is through? Let it open like that. And even not a thought, but as you see the sky, you see the blue again, which just is an illusion. You see what we call the space. Most important, I think, is to recognize that inner space that is not separate from what we view and deem as the outer space. Space within, space without, open. And in the 7-point position of Arachana, I will do 7 cycles of just breathing with mindfulness and awareness. Mindful as we breathe in, mindful as we breathe out. With awareness we breathe in, and with awareness we breathe out. Then you put the two together. What is mindfulness? Simply put, Master Tawa Chai, Thai Buddhist master. Paying attention to what I'm about to do. Paying attention to what I'm doing. What am I about to do? I'm about to breathe in. I pay attention to breathe in. Mindfulness and awareness. What am I about to do? Breathe out. Pay attention to breathing out with awareness. Don't try to control it. Just let it happen. And we begin. And again, gently breathing out, connecting. And the next, preparing to feel with the awareness of our body, our speech, and our mind. As though the body was like a clay pot or a thin bubbled membrane, empty, but the channels, the chakras, and the nadis, auxiliary channels, etc., within. Again, watching one of these nature shows, and they showed the flying fish. Oh, there it is, like a fish jumping. So I watch the fish jump out of the water, hangs in the air for a moment, and disappears. Oh, Lama Kaisi going to say, let your visualization be vivid like that. It appears. You don't have to keep looking. You saw it, finish. So, thinking like this. So again, you focus on the subtle body and you see it in an instant. Now when you breathe in, the blue energies of space, where you use that imagery, like you're drawing in the blue energetic particles of space. And you're drawing into the two outer channels, left and right, in an even fashion. Feeling the energetic life force enter, rise up all the way down to the base, and then leading it back up with your mind, all the way back up and back out into space. Practice that for a few moments. And again, just breathing out. And the last one we'll do, at the juncture where the three channels intersect, visualize a small triangular hot coal. It's glowing. And using the bellows breath, we're going to breathe in and out quickly. Imagine you're breathing onto the hot coal, and when you breathe on a hot coal, again it gets even more brilliant, more red, more heat. And this heat radiates throughout the body, cleansing and purifying. Cleansing and purifying our obscurations, our hindrances, our defilements, our negative karmic action, and our disease born of mind. So, bellows breath, and out through the nose, using abdominal wall, begin. Releasing out. Space between the thumbs, eyes looking neither in nor out. The lotus flower of the heart chakra is open, and rest. Whatever merit we dedicate, so you should now visualize our root teacher above our head, manifesting in the form of Guru Rinpoche. And we say, most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Namo Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo. Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo, Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo. Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo, Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo, Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo. Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo, Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo, Lama Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo, Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo. Lama Lagab Zujo, Senga Lagab Zujo, Cholagab Zujo, Guru Lagab Zujo. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to liberate them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to liberate them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Sentient beings are infinite. I vow to liberate them. Our and my delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. May the bodhisattvas of the celestial aspect bestow their blessings like rain falling from the sky upon all sentient beings. Sange doda gedom babe zor gunla zazo dajo dajezo drome garben sondo dondo go dabe garba gira paradam bar gunla rumba daje dabaje lugo daba zara rabda de zenjen jamde Naruon Rabe Pa Yeje Seba Zera Drabade Zenzen Dube Taje Berbe Wadi Wazeba Gela Zazalo Jamba Junu Baden Doje Jin Jinre Jinwon Gumbo Dambe Ba Zaye Nimbo Dimba Nambaza Nanga Nimbo Bajur Gondo Zongo Badoje Barga Gondo Nubu Tawa Rije Nama Ye Zazen Anam Taje Baje Jo Jenjo Zamba Yala Tazalo Renjen Doje Taje Doye Nga Zunzon Zama Gamon Nindan Dandan Bonzo Mariru Ninjo Sanzen Wango Dudu Der Renjen Doje Gija Tazen Toje Gawa Jenjen Gege Maha Jojo Wadembe Balewe Taje Lamo Yula Jazalo Sanba Tembo Donjon Semebu Don 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 Gambo Don 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 Barye Bondo Doman Dinezam Nando Zede Laze Gugo Don Dojo Don 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 Doje Barjon Redu Jojen Gajen Shazon Nizu Gile Tajebe Ziten Guva Dula Jasa Lu Dazu Jenji Jawa Sumbula Jinden Jawa Jawa Gunjonye Dundum Baba Zendun Yeje Du Daji Dele Bunzo Zumba Dagu Jenju Dewa Zumbala Yedan Dewa Jawa Gunjone Dundum Belbero Zendu Yeje Du Daji Dele Bunzo Zumba Dagu Jenju Jumba Zumbala Yedan Jawa Jumba Gunjone Dundum Belbero Zedon Yeje Du Daji Dele Bunzon Songgasho Zechona Jele Gele Jonde Donze Zebeso Gula Gumbo Ganyan Pa Junzon Jambo Tigeso Duwa Dada Samba Ye Sange Dodan Gedonla Jenja Nebo Tige Pa Tabata Ne Kapsuji Chirapnenje Danje Be Sombe Jenje Jundu Da Zange Jundu Negede Sombe Jenje Zenge Do Jeze Nanga Namba Dan Dowa Jeze Nego Ba Deje Doje Nego Ne Dowa Terga Zawa So Jonnam Jele Gede Jonde Jonde Jebe Zon Ula Gumbo Ganye Ba Jenjo Jembo Jege Zon Dowa Dabda Samba Ye Sange Dodan Gyola Jenjo Nibo Jige Ba Daba Dane Gabzo Ji Zirab Nenze Danje Be Sombe Jenje Dondo Da Sange Dondo Nege De Sombe Jenjo Sange Do Jeze Nanga Namba Dan Dowa Jeze Nego Ba Jeze Doje Nego Ne Dowa Darya Sawa So Jonam Jele Gele Jon Dejon Jeze Jebe Son Gola Gombo Ganya Ba Jinja Jimbo Jige Son Dowa Dada Samba Yi Sange Dodan Gedon La Janja Nibo Jige Ba Daba Dane Gabze Ji Zirab Nanze Nanje Be Sombe Jinje Dundu Da Zange Dundu Nege De Sombe Jinja Zange Do Jeze Nanga Namba Na Dowa Jeze Nego Ba Deje Doje Nego Ne Dowa Darga Sawa So all phenomena arise from their causes. Their causes are explained by the Buddha. Cessation of these causes too are taught thus by the great sage. With a wish to free all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until I reach full enlightenment. Enthused by wisdom and compassion today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind for full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. As long as space remains, as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain, and dispel the misery, suffering, and the causality of ignorance, misplaced desire, and anger in this world through loving kindness and compassion. So you have re-established your refuge, re-establish your motivation, arousing the bodhicitta and the bodhisattva vow. So you continue on and following the footsteps of those who have done before. Tabye jonje zarge bronjon zoge mundu donge jonjon ba zorge lombo jowa chebego sake gabo chola chasalo. Tayata umune mune maha mune yesoha. 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 Tayata umune mune Mahamunaye Soha. Zumane Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Umane Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Umane Mahamunaye Soha. Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Zumane Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Mane Zumane Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Mane Mahamunaye Soha. 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 Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Zumane Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Zumane Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Zumane Mane Mahamunaye Soha. Absorbing, receiving the blessings, the four lights from the four places of the Buddha, which is in front of us. Surrounded by all the sentient beings, for all sentient beings, in the recognition of the Buddha nature, we practice Tonlen, giving out, then taking in. Lotus, moon, lotus. Draw all the negativity like bluish black smoke into the ah. We don't worry what happens to us or not. It is transformed and liberated in that ah into its essence. Count the outgoing breath and we'll begin. water into water, the essence of one, rest. As you breathe out, nothing to change, nothing to grasp, or cling, or alter, or fixate. And just pause. A week has passed, I believe, or so, since the passing of Thupten. So we will again today do, and it's also Sojourn. So we'll do Amitabha, and then we'll do the prayer to Sogavati, and then we'll do ineffable confession and Dhammapalas, etc., as we've done. But keeping our Dharma brother in mind, may his journey be safe. May he separate from all that he has left behind. Have no attachment to any of this samsaric wrangling, and be completely free and choose wisely wherever he next chooses to be. Again, take a breath in, and before, just rest for a little bit. So these teachings are probably in As It Is, Volume 1. Again, as I heard directly from Rinpoche, there are 3 sections, but I only read part 1 today. It's not too long. How do we clear up very forceful negative emotions? Now, I know you don't have any negative emotions. But if you do, if you know how to do it, an emotion can be cleared up in a second. Not forever, of course, but in that very moment, it has completely dissolved. Every emotion is a thought, and any thought is the mind moving. When thinking, the attention moves toward one object, then toward another, then a third, right? The very root of emotion is your attention in motion. To cut the root of this movement, you must recognize from where the attention is moving. At that very instant, anger or desire immediately dissolves. In the moment of seeing this in actuality, there is no thought, only thought-free wakefulness. When recognizing the naturally emptying essence, thinking dissolves. Again, a thought comes again, recognize it again, then it vanishes. So again, Rinpoche would say, short glimpses many times. Look, let go, let be. For example, you get angry, recognize, and the anger dissolves. By applying this training, slowly, slowly, your tendency for anger becomes weaker and weaker. The mirror of your mind becomes clearer and clearer. In the moment of any thought, recognize the thinker. It is like, and just to say, recognize the thinker, and again, when I heard Rinpoche say this, I go, oh, this is the same thing Lama Gazi Rinpoche said. Oh, this is what Rinpoche said to Lama Gazi Rinpoche. look toward the thinker, recognize the thinker, and let go. It is like rubbing away the dust from a small portion of a mirror. You can see your reflection clearly in the place where you rub the dust away. Urgyen Samten Ling Gonpa said of this, within thought I discovered non-thought. Within non-thought I discovered original wakefulness. When a mirror is covered by dust, you do not see any image. If you take the tip of a needle and you rub just a little bit, you will see a tiny bit of mirror. Our ignorant thinking is like the dust on the mirror. The more you rub the dust off the mirror, the clearer the image becomes. So this I heard directly from Rinpoche, and I try to practice this when I am not so ignorantly distracted. When challenging emotions, look to the thinker and let go. So you recognize, oh, how am I feeling now? Who is feeling this? Remember, it's like a cloud over the top of the peak of the mountains. Look through the clouds into the vastness of the sky. So you look not like dog chasing stick, but like the lion to who threw the stick. What am I feeling now? I recognize, oh, I have this emotion, I have this feeling. Then I may do, where is it? Who is recognizing it? Labeling, let go, let be. And then it does slowly dissipate into spacious wakefulness. Again, you have to practice again and again. As Rinpoche said, short glimpses many times. But the more you practice, the clearer it becomes. And then sometimes you go, oh, everything is wonderful. This is also a stone. Wonderful thinking, negative thinking. Rinpoche would say, thinking is thinking. Gold chain, lead chain. I'm still in bondage, aren't I? Take a breath in. Breathing out. So maybe you're dealing with some challenging situation at this very moment. Don't worry, let it go. You know the old adage. If you can solve it and you have a remedy, then why worry? And if you've concluded that you cannot solve it, we'll worry anyway. But I can't solve it. I can't change this moment. Let it go. Take a breath in. Breathing out and visualizing Dzogchen with Guru Rinpoche at the center. And if one doesn't know what the Dzogchen is, then just visualize Guru Rinpoche. Visualize Guru Rinpoche as being inseparable from one's teacher. Urgyen Samten Mao ho jo 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 ge yuen ge san gam zu cho ni ju song ga ga me be gan jo jo lo jo je wa jen bo go nang ga jen do do je do be me lama jo ge go la zo wa de Urgyen ma jo ne la zo wa de jen urge do be jen gam zu Yuan zhong yuan dan yuan zhen zhen de ge ye zhe gan da zhe wa zhe be gu du zhe zhe zha ne zo 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 de do la ma lo zo zo gu la zo wa de yu yen ben ma zhe ne la zo wa de me zhen den den be zhen gan zo du ji zhen bo zhe wei deng da zhang gan la gan de ge don do de zhe de da ma zhe da da dong zong ge lama zhe be gu la zo wa de Urgyen ben ma zhe ne la zo wa de gun zong do zong ge da zhe ben ma ge da ne ne zo zo ga zo zo nga nga chun dong ga zo zo ga da lama nam la zo wa de zen ne zen be zong dro zhu ne dang do jo dong do nong be dong ga yang Narjo dumba dumbe donzo ge gode gogo zobe donjemba Dreme uzo shala zuwade Nunseje jungen jula tuze do dreme uzo riendo dozo zo Oza nunje namge najo baje me lembe shala zuwade Dunzon gungen bema jene ge zo do gogo zo gogo Senge lengbe dunjo bejon jon dunson zembe lazowade Olmen jogi yenge bodanga dozo sange goje gohunge Urenzem gogo gundo donze bezoe lame nam lazowade Uri romen jogi yogi bodando dozo sange goje gohunge Renzem gogo gunzo donze bazo e la mesa la zoade Gyewa gundu yanda lama dan rume joge bala lo jojen Sadam nanje rundo ne zo ne doji jenje go vando tu so suma uma And once again, we visualize the subtle body cleansing and purifying. Visualization for the purification of speech. Zum a I u re re le e o hanga kaga ga ga nga za 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 nya da 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 na da 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 na ba 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 ma yo la wa sha ka za ha sha Ome danama hekto para wa hekto tagata hayo wa tata genza yundoro wa e ramen ne maha Samana soha baja samaya za hum bam ho omritsa ramane kawa daye soha. Blessed water. The Bhadra Samaya za bam ho Bhadra Amrita Kundale Hana Hana Pe Again, you should visualize Dzogchen. Sangye dodan Dzogye zonan la zenzo badu dan di gap zuji. Daji zenzo ge bezo namge jola benze zenge jo bajo. Sangye dodan Dzogye zonan la zenzo badu dan di gap zuji. Daji zenzo ge bezo namge jola benze zenge jo bajo. Sangye dodan Dzogye zonan la zenzo badu dan di gap zuji. 다지 전적에 배조 남게 조라 benze 승계 조 바쇼 자 마무 조시 나란라 땐 바구. So all of the benevolent qualities we recognize and offer. Bhaja Mahasve Hara Karhon Dene Dorje Torwa Guru Eze Ram Yang Gam Num Sarva Suto Sarva Dame Zube Suto Ho Tume Hene Hende Rembo Je Nenyen Shen Geje We Nundu Dormo Kado Doro Numbo Bonzo Zobo Dajen Gazo Jembo Go Oma Hum Oma Hum Oma Hum Lume Bate Sapa Rila Rarba Zatsamaza Satana Pa Je De Bela Cha Namo Sabadata Bayumishu Mugube Sabadata Mogate Sapa Rana Nuna Kamasoha Namo Sabadata Bayumishu Mugube Sabadata Nogate Sapa Rana Irangarana Kama Soha Namo Sabadata Bayumishu Mugube Sabadata Nogate Sapa Rana Nina Kama Soha Ye Gada Nane La Dondo Nodo Zembo La Zenda Gugundo Doda Dode Ge La Dodo Gada Nane La Dondo Nodo Zembo La Zenda Gugundo Doda Dode Ge La Dodo Gada Nane La Dondo Nodo Zembo La Zenda Gugundo Doda Dode Ge La Dodo Sebume Pate Nyabye Yasa. Then in the same way, we acknowledge metaphorically, metaphysically, the malevolent, that which blocks and creates obstacles. We make offering. Bhaja Mahasri Haraga Hondene Dorje Torwa Guru Ese Ram Yang Tham Sarva Suto Sava Dhamma Suhave Suto Dum Je Ninye Demde Rando Je Ninye Je Geje Nundo Doro Doro Bonzo Zomba Dojen Gozo Jen Guru Oma Oma Sarabutaraga Saraza Sarabutaraga Saraza Sarabutaraga Saraza Saba Mingine Namu Saba Dadaga Daba Yemiju Mugube Saba Dunde Sapa Rana Iranam Gorehana Iran Balenda Taye Soha Saba Mingine Namu Saba Dadaga Daba Yemiju Mugube Saba Dunde Sapa Rana Iranam Gorehana Balenda Taye Soha Saba Mingine Namu Saba Dadaga Daba Yemiju Mugube Saba Tata Mogate Sapa Rana Iran Gorehana Balenda Taye Soha. Senjin Janje Chua Dan Dua Gunda Dua Guji Dunya Dan Durge Gunda Dua Guji Dunge Me Beden Baden Badan Me Dua Guji Nindin Dan Dua Nene Zibinela Namba Guji Senjen Janje Chua Dan Dua Gunda Dua Guji Dunya Dan Durge Gunda Dua Guji Dunge me be jamba jamba da de wa gu ji ni de da de wa ne ne se me la nan ba gu ji sen jen jan de jo wa da de wa gu da du wa gu ji dunge da du ge ge gu da du wa gu ji dunge me be jamba jamba da me de wa gu ji ni de da de wa ne ne se me la nan ba gu ji Je jaju nunje juje jabata je joringe nunje joai ye wa je da je je ba janjo joba janje jigu ye saji boje jojo me jo drum riba nunje ne de sambagi Zenge zende me de boba ye dogun no senda choba sho ido na mandro na ga ne da ta ya ne sa je boje jojo me jo drum rival no zende de zambagi zenge zende me de boba ye dogun no senda choba sho ido na mandro na ga ne da ta ya ne sa je boje jojo me jo drum rival no zende de zambagi zenge zende me de boba ye dogun no senda choba Basho inamra namandra nagam deda taya me Badu Sato Samaya Manupalaya Badu Sato Denova Dedu Nebova Sudokaya Nebova Anarato Nebova Sava Siri Metrayate Sarakama Sutune Sedum Guru Ha Bhagavan Bhava Tata Muja Bende Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Rumbadu Sato Samaya Manupalaya Badu Sudogaya Nebova, Anarato Nebova, Sava Siri Metrayate Sarakama Sutune Sedum Guru Ha Bhagavan Sava Tata Bhava Maha Samaya Satu So the brief Sukhavati aspiration, so we should know Amitabha is the Lord or the Buddha of the Lotus family, and contained within Amitabha are all of the Kaya's knowledge and wisdom of all of the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. That Amitabha is the emanation not different from Sumantabhadra. So we have Vairocana, Amitabha, Usoba, Ratnasambhava, Amagositi. The 5 celestial Buddhas manifesting of the great space and luminosity that is the quality of all of the enlightened Buddhas. It is the quality inherently of all unenlightened Buddhists. So we appeal to Amitabha, please guide, protect, and create auspicious circumstances for the ones who have deceased, specifically for Thupten. We engage in this prayers. Yuma Joja Sangye Namwa Taye Dan Jeze Dowa Doje Chambo Dan Yoda Semba Doje Dona La Sangye Chazemba Magoje Gu Jege Joja Badu Meba Ye Dawa Jen Seje Jewa Zengabde Dana dane zembo dumata rewa jenge bama jobabru deru jine zande zato jo dege dage mudondo badi jojo zange janzan dajege geme rube jenge ladu so Tayeta, Benzari, Dari, Alajne, Soha. Tayeta, Benzari, Daria, Bambira, Soha. Tayata Ye Lenza Dari Rawa Bo Dani Soha. Main prayer. De Jin Jun De Jo Je Gu Du Gu Zen Je Nan Ba Do 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 Je Je Dan Ja Za Je Do Wa Tun Je Ba Nan Da Zan Je Da La So Bhadra Samaya Za Om Ame Deva Shri 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shri Om Ame Deva Shri Om Ame Deva Shri. So we should visualize Amitabha, Buddha of boundless light, directly in front of us, directly at the head of Thupten and all sentient beings. The boundless light of loving kindness and compassion that cleanses and purifies obscurations, inward defilements, and negative karmic action and disease born of mind. That we lay the foundation for our future residence in Dawachen, Zandapari, that in the pure land, so that we can come again for the benefit of all. Om Ame Deva Shri, Om Ame Deva Shri, Om Ame Deva Shri, Om Ame Deva Shri, Om Ame Deva Shri. Om Ame Deva Shri, 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 Om Zomamede Vajre, Umamede 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 Vajre, the Vajre, Umamede 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 Vajre, Ameda Vajre, Om 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 Ameda Om Ameda Vajre, 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 Om A I U Ve 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 Ye Ye O A Nga Ga 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 Nga Za 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 Nya Da 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 Na Da 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 Na Ba 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 Ma Ya Wa Wa Sha Ga Za Ha Sha Om Badu Zatu Samaya Manu Balaya Badu Zatu Denova Dedu Dedu Nagova Zudu Gaya Nagova Zudu Gaya Nagova Anarada Nagova Zaru Zile Nebraya Zaru Gama Zudu Ne Sedum Sedum Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Ho Bhagavan Sada Dada Gada Baduna Nemu Dovende Bava Mahasamaya Satu A Ome Dama Rito Bhagava Rito Dagata Hayo Atita Kanta Yonorova Yavamene Mahasamana Soha. The inexpressible absolute confession. So I refer to this as the middle length Narokanshak. So Narokanshak is the omission or the omission and admission, recognition of that which we have put in or left out or have unwittingly engaged in the breaking of our samya or various damsik, and to restore them. It is also a practice by which we invoke all of the peaceful and wrathful deities manifested in the body of Dorje Sempa, Vajratopa, to cleanse, to purify, to guide, to protect, and to bless all sentient beings, and specifically the deceased, in this case, Rapten. Benza Sama Yaza. So Dorje Sempa and the pantheon of peaceful and wrathful deities. What is it? 48, 52. Sometimes it's a flexible number, but the peaceful and wrathful deities manifesting in the heart of Dorje Sempa, Konduzonpo, Usamantabhadra. And in the head area is Jamchak Herka, surrounded by all of the wrathful. So just think they all contain their emanating and radiating their blessings for the benefit of all sentient beings. Dorje Dorje Ganzo Tulela Shidro Durga Dona Zazalu Jozo Jodan Yeje Nanjo Be Gundo Zambo Tama Doje Danye Nanda Jeje Nundo De Jena Zomwe Doba Yedo Kondo Zama Damba Bagala Java Kondo Rado Mado Lundo Da Tome Nanda Vejo Ba Neme Jenzo Zenge Nenjo Jen Zenge Nje Doje Nange Je Jona Nanda Nine Woza Jen Dojo Donye Manzan Yede Be Nanza Tanje Tonde Tubado Zon Zonje Nene Dowa La Dina Nama Tunde Junjo Ne Neje Nanze Nanda Namo Jen Jenden Tunde Yanju Dojo Nam Jen Jen Janra Janje Jeja Na Donye Nune Mama Gyawala Neme Nana Jembo Osa Jen Majo Tume Jonjo Nijoru Jaya Nama Dajen Dojo La Dojo Neba Jama Genjoju Dana Jembo Dunwa Janda Dan Janjo Junjo Dowa Dune Zon Doje Domo Doje Dorga Dan Ringa Doje Dorga Yanjonjo Neje Nige Doje Jumeze Yeze Doba Dozo Naboda Mado Doje Jenda Donda Zo Nane Danje Nanje Jejoma Jene Gando Nado Maje Zo Guru Doje Danje Gonzo So Doje Danje Rinde Najo Je Dawa Dodo Danje Senge De Lama Gumbo Dombo Dawa Je Daba Razo Dojo Doje Dan Gonjo Dan Nanjo Doje Ju Doje Darga Danje Senge De Jodan Doba Dombo Danje Nanje Jo Zenjo Nejo Nejo Sa Ne Danda Dawa Ne De Nara Danje Danje Najo Dajo Danje Namba Lelo Yi Nondo Nego Zajo Jowada Zaje Nanda Mame Wanjo De Muna Danje Donjo Yonda Zo Zono Mejo Mare Nonjo Ne Tumba Dana Dana Rejo De Narudo Zenze Damze De Badan Goje Tonje Dome Ne Zaje Sedum Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Savadata Gata Bhadramane Muzavente Bhava Mahasamaya Tato Adamadu Badru Sadhu Nomade Nabo Azido Gaya Nabo Azido Gaya Nabo Anarada Nabo Azavade Megaya Zavadama Sedum Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Manu Badaya Badru Sadhu Nabade Nabo Azido Gaya Nabo Azido Gaya Nabo Anarada Nabo Sedum Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Savadata Gata Bhadramane Muzavente Bhava Badru Sadhu Nabade Nabo Azido Gaya Nabo Azido Gaya Nabo Anarada Nabo Azido Gaya Nabo Sedum Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Savadata Gata Bhadramane Muzavente Bhava Samaya Zato Adam Badru Zadu Samaya Manavadaya Badru Zadu Menota Sudogaya Magova Sudogaya Magova Anaradu Savaziri Mekaya Zazarama Zudamazam Zenanguru Muzabende Bava Mahasamaya Sato Adam Badru Zadu Samaya Manavadaya Badru Zadu Menota Sudogaya Magova Anaradu Magova Savaziri Mekaya Zazarama Zudamazam Sada Dada Gada Badramane Muzabende Bava Mahasamaya Sato Adam Badru Zadu Samaya Manavadaya Enovade Magova Sudogaya Magova Sudogaya Magova Anaradu Magova Savaziri Mekaya Zazarama Sedum Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Savadata Gata Bhadramane Muzavente Bhava Mahasamaya Nadu Sadhu Nabade Magova Sudogaya Magova Sudogaya Magova Anaradu Magova Savaziri Mekaya Zazarama Sedum Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Savadata Gata Bhadramane Muzavente Bhava Sadhu. So you should continually visualize that the Vajrasattva, Vajratopa are in front of you, that their body is the container of all of the wrathful and peaceful deities. In the head is the seed syllable R with the 100 syllable mantras encircling, and in the heart, and that's Jamcha Perikar, and then in the heart is Samantha Bhadra or Kundazombo, again with the seed syllable R and this 100 syllable mantra encircling. So from the body of the deities, enormous, immeasurable rays of light penetrate throughout all of space, blessing, cleansing, liberating all of the deceased, all of the living, of their obscurations, hindrances, defilements, negative karmic actions, and disease born of mind, like that. Anaradu Magova Zavaziri Megaya Zazara Gamazudu Mezidu Guru Bhagavan Savadata Bhava Mahasamaya Zadu Adu Badu Zadu Samaya Manu Badaya Badu Zadu Janava Didu Magova Zudogaya Magova Zudogaya Magova Anaradu Magova Zavaziri Megaya Zazara Gamazudu Mezidu Siddham Guru Sada Dada Gada Badru Mani Muzavente Bhava Mahasamaya Zadu Badru Zadu Samaya Manu Gadu Zadu Denova Didu Bedu Magova Sudogaya Magova Sudogaya Magova Anarada Magova Zavaziri Megaya Zazara Muzamadu Zadu Samaya Manavadaya Badu Zadu Denova Didu Magova Sudogaya Magova Sudogaya Magova Anarada Magova Zavaziri Megaya Zazara Gamazudu Mezidu Guru Sada Dada Gada Badru Mani Muzavente Bhava Mahasamaya Zadu Adu Madu Zadu Samaya Manavadaya Badu Zadu Didu Magova Sudogaya Magova Sudogaya Magova Anarada Magova Zavaziri Megaya Zazara Gamazudu Sedum Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Savadata Gata Bhadramane Muzavente Bhava Mahasamaya Zadu Adu Madu Zadu Samaya Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Paduzadudena Vadidudena Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Zavadidena Vayadivadava Madhudame Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Zaduvada Madhuzada Samaya Manavadaya Paduzadudena Vadidudena Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Sabhajari Mabhuva Sudharaga Madhudame Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sadadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Zamayata Dohada Madhuzada Samaya Manavadaya Paduzada Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Siddhame Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Siddhama Vadidudena Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Zavadadagata Padmane Oh, Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Paduzadudena Vadidudena Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Zavadadagata Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Zavadadagata Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Zavadadagata Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Samaya Sadhuvada Padrusadu Samaya Manavaya Padrusadu Detudu Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Zavadadagata Padmane Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Padrusadu Vadidudena Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Manubhalaya Padrusadu Vadidudena Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Padrusadu Samaya Padrusadu Vadidudena Mabhuva Sudhugaya Mabhuva Subhagaya Mabhuva Anarada Mabhuva Zavadadagata Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Samaya Satu Ha Om Padrusadu Hum Om Padrusadu Hum Om Padrusadu Hum Om Padrusadu Hum Om Bhadra Sato Om A I U Rivi Rivi E O Ganga Kaga Ganga Sata Sanya Dada Dana Dada Dana Baba Bama Yawala Wa Shaga Sara Asha Om Bhadra Sato Samaya Manovalaya Bhadra Sato Denova Dedu Dedu Mabova Sudogaya Mabova Sudogaya Mabova Anarada Mabova Siddham Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Zavadadagata Padmane Mudaveda Bhavana Samaya Sadhuva Umedana Hita Bhagava Hita Hayava Detta Yumaruha Ye Vamene Maha Samanaso So you can imagine that the childrens or in front of you they have the Amrita, the Ratna, the Torma, and the candles. They're making an offering to all of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, all of the peaceful and rightful deities, to Vajrasattva, Vajratopa, Siddham Guru Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarada Gata Madramani Muzo Menze Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu Dhammapada first. Namo Guru Be, Namo Guru Be, Namo Guru Be. Then the summons. Deva Damde Damde Ge Dadu Gumbo Chen Dren Then, having summoned, then you also visualize yourself now as Harigriva. Om Sri Benza Haraka Ruda Ruda Om Jo Om De Dune Banje Damne Ramjanga Nube Doje Gonja Sedru Tu Damje Yeje Yeme Juje Jue Meze Damge Jorye Guru Zelam Om Soma Om Thank you. ya badru zandu denaba dedu dedu mebova zudo gaya mebova zudo gaya mebova amarado mebova zava zire nebraya zidara namazudo ne zedum zirin guru hum ha o bhagavan zava tata gata Sudende bhavana samaya dhatu badru zadu samaya mano bhavaya badru zadu dedu dedu mebova zudo gaya mebova zudo gaya mebova amarado mebova zava zire nebraya zidara Sundere zedum zirin guru hum ha bhagavan zava tata gata badru nane muzo zedebo Samaya zadu adum badru zadu samaya mano bhavaya badru zadu denu badu dedu mebova zudo gaya mebova zudo Amarado mebova zava zire nebraya zidara namazudo ne zedum zedum guru hum ha bhagavan Sada tata gata badru nane muzo zedebo ma samaya Satu Zomane beme honre Omane beme honre Omane beme honre Omane beme honre So you think about Rapin Omane beme honre Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Badru zadu zamaya manu bhavaya badru zadu denova dedu dedu mebova Sudo gaya mebova sudo gaya mebova amarado mebova Zava zede nebraya zidara namazudo ne dedu dedu guru hum ha bhagavan Sada tata gata badu nane muzo vende bhava ma samaya Satu Visu samge guru rumbaje guru ganda devo jamboza Bhaje gansa dodo doboza Zo badu zo jinje lado zo jina Zave bade shova dan samadu ke juba jinje lo Duzu samge guru rumbaje guru ganda devo jamboza Bhaje gansa dodo doboza Zo badu zo jinje lado zo jina zave bade shova dan samadu ke juba jinje lo Duzu samge guru rumbaje guru ganda devo jamboza Bhaje gansa dodo doboza Zo badu zo jinje lado zo jina zave bade shova dan samadu ke juba jinje lo Ese Then we allow our mind to mix with that of the deceased. So just resting. Whatever arises and dwells and ceases in our mind from moment to moment is nothing more than clouds forming in the space we call the sky. They come, they stay, and they dissolve away. Or, like a bubble rising from the froth of the sea, into the air it appears and disappears, no more can we see. Or, imagine you take a stick and you write your name in the space we call the sky. No one will see. And when we look deeply into phenomena, there's only emptiness, even within our own body, speech, and mind. Look deep, look deeply, rest. Our resting, our mind, the recognized awakened aspect, commingles with that of Thupten and those of the deceased. And in unity we rest in harmony and peace. Now check, are you resting? Or is your mind just jumping about? Already proclaiming what you have forgot. I have to do this, I have to do that. Be here, be there. What did I forget? Where? Really rest. Remember, Rinpoche says, even if you remove only a small portion of dust from the mirror, it will instantaneously reflect. But the mirror has not lost its ability to reflect. Whether the film of dust is there or not, the mirror has not forgot. Rest. Be still. It's so funny. In the movement of stillness, the first thing we do is move. Lama says, don't move. The monitor come around with the big bees. Why you move? Be still. Even if fly lands on your eye, don't move. When the mosquitoes come and they pierce your skin, be happy. Tell them to come again. Really rest. And breathing out. Pe, pe, pe. Gyawadi nudu upa me duju ne doma nunu nanu pa dene shila kubasho. Ganwe gumwa gumwa sengunzo badun dowa mado jowa ne tembe tenwa tento gajo je jete bajo gajo tengu chi. Se lume gane gajo tenjo je gambo gajo malo mbo je jebe me je gajo nadene daje dudo daje daje so. Om so de zenge men zenge ge bobe da ni de gam dun na jan ba yi. Den ben ben dun 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 ban na ze ben den zenge dun dun ya den dun na me ze gu gu ga zo di. Do den ga zo den le du gu ji. Do na de ye dum je shu ba ye ta be ne be don ne dun zen zen. Ge je ne je ba la ju ba ye je be zo la ju ba shu. Zamba boro den da den ba dan gundo zombo don ye de je de da de gun je de la jan. Yo ba de don je ra tu ro. Ba den la me gun ze don ba dan ge ye mi wa di ge yo wa dan da jo ma do dun ne. Nun do zeng ge zo la jo ba jo. Den be ba gu la me je be den. Du zeng ge bo ze den yo la ge. Den be nan dan no dan jo ba ge dan ba yo ren na be da shi jo. Du den ze be den je non je ba ze du den be nan den je me len. Zo me la me den ba ze de ba ze du du sung gun be zen gu ji. Zen jo ren bo je ma ge ba nam ge gu ji ge ba nam ba me ba ye gun ne gu du. Bel bu so ga zo de ye don we don du ju. Go yan do ju shen bei shi do ju nan zha wei ba de me gun zu du dong ba ram da ta xi da le shu. Lopa and Longchenpa. Let go of clinging. Let go of fixating. Let go of grasping, altering, and changing. Let go of what is past, what may come, or what is happening now. Don't try to figure anything out. Don't try to make anything happen. Relax right now. Let go, let be. Rest. Don't move. Don't make any movement. Just rest. A moment of peace. A moment of stillness. 1 moment rest, 1 moment Buddha, 2 moment rest, 2 moment Buddha. Breathe in. Release with a sigh. Gewa de du du. Konzo zumbo du ju ne dong ne ju ne du ba de ne shela yu pa sho. So your homework, look into the sky and absorb the rays of the sun like the blessings of the enlightened ones. Your second part of your homework is to make it a good day. And the third part is by exuding, radiating basic goodness. So happy to see you again this morning. Tashi Dele, Mr. Sakya, namaste, namaste. Then Lama Sonam, I will call you right away, so please answer your phone, okay?
Okay, Rinpoche.
Wonderful. Okay, have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Rinpoche.